What is up guys, it's Brillymister here and welcome to today's video. If you do enjoy the video then don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment and subscribe, and hit all the links up down below to Twitch and Discord. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys, Brillymister here, and just a quick money making guide. I thought this would be a method that crashed pretty quick, but the prices so far seem somewhat stable and there's numerous different places that you're able to do it. So this is a quick money making guide for archaeology where you can make sort of anywhere between 7 to 15 mil an hour, pretty AFK-ly depending on your level, and at higher levels which I haven't even got to yet. I have been told that some of the materials are even 20 mil an hour, but I personally haven't managed to get to those ones, so it's not something I can personally say. So I hope you enjoy the guide. I'm going to go through sort of the stuff you need and basically how to do it. Enjoy! So the 3 items that I would strongly recommend that you have, at least 1 or 2 of these, is Grace of the Elves. It really helps with being able to bank stuff when you've charged it with Sign of the Porters. If you don't have that, just standard Sign of the Porters will do, although it takes up quite a lot of your inventory space. Grace of the Elves is also nice because it gives you little Sarin Spirits, which is a bit of extra GP per hour and gives you that chance of getting a Hazelmere Signet Ring, which any of you been online will see are being absolutely spammed out at the moment. The other one is Magic Notepaper. This is a great alternative to, again, Porters or Grace of the Elves. It just allows you to note stuff, and you can actually stay here even longer with Magic Notepaper, as you can just basically constantly note it for however many you have in your inventory. It doesn't be limited to 500. And Shard of Zaros, it's not needed at all the locations I'm going to show you today, but for one of the particular locations, the Shard of Zaros definitely does help. And if you want to do any of the ones within Gold Wars Dungeon 1, it's going to help you a lot so you don't get aggroed. However, you can substitute it for a bit of Zaros or like Nex armor, or any of the like respective just Gold Wars Dungeon 1 armors for the location you want to be in. So another requirement to do any of the materials I'm going to show here is at least level 20 archaeology. It doesn't take very long to get, and it's well worth it if you're a low level and want to make some really easy, quick money to get your account started. Especially if you have an alt or something as well, it's a very easy requirement to get just if you want to do some AFK money making in the background. And then for the other materials I'm going to show you, you need level 76 archaeology. There are materials at 90 plus, such as quintessence and soapstone, which I've also heard are very, very good money per hour. However, like I said earlier, I'm not that level, so I can't test them to be able to give you accurate GP per hour rates. So the first one and the first method that I tried out was farming Orthenglass on Anachronia. This is really good because it isn't really that crowded. It's really easy to find a world where no one was there interfering with you, which meant that the 4 resource spots that are in close proximity to each other was more than enough to always have one up. So you didn't really ever have to have any time where there wasn't one or have to worry about hopping worlds. And it was a very easy AFK, 7 mil GP per hour when I tested it, and that's pretty good, and the prices stayed fairly consistent from there, so you'll still be able to make an easy 6.5 to 7 mil an hour. In the time testing it, I also got about 13k XP per hour, and this will go up and down slightly depending on how much you AFK'd and how much attention you paid. So it's very easy to get there and access it. The easiest way is to home teleport to the Anachronia lodestone. From there you can just run north towards the north way round the agility course and start following the shortcuts from there. It's very, very simple and only requires a very low agility level to do, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem to start accessing it. From there you want to cross all the bridges and then enter the tunnel and cross the vine on the other side. From there you don't need to go any further around the agility course, you can just cut through and get straight to the Orthenglass resource spot. So the next resource that I tested out was vulcanized rubber. I'd heard this was going to be amazing. The price, G list price, was nearly 50k each, and it only required level 76. I had really high hopes for this being absolutely amazing at almost 20 mil an hour. However, when I tried it, there's only 2 spots here and they get depleted pretty quick, and there's every world there's like 4 or 5 people there. It's very, very crowded. So you find yourself spending a lot of your time hopping. So in reality, when I actually did it, I only got about 10 mil per hour once I sold them, because their GE price was also a lot lower than advertised. They were only selling for about 30k each rather than 50k. So yeah, the GP per hour was still pretty good, 10 mil an hour. It's not to be sniffed at, but it wasn't anywhere near as good as what I thought it was, and it's a little bit. Again, getting to the vulcanized rubber is really, really easy. All you need to do is teleport to the Archaeology Guild with your book, and then you can teleport straight to the Warforge from the desk inside the guild, and from there you just got to run slightly down and it's just there. This one actually has got a bank quite close to it, so Grace of the Elves isn't exactly necessary, but it still does help and will boost your rates a little bit. But like I said, it's a little bit more annoying to gather resources here than at the other 2 in this guide. So my third and personal favourite spot out of the ones that I've tested here is Malachite Green, and I'm doing it located in the Bandos section of Godwall's Dungeon 1. It's my favourite so far because it's really AFK. I've not found too much difficulty finding a world spare for it on. It's busier than the Orthenglass, but it's nowhere near as busy as the vulcanized rubber, which is awesome. It doesn't quite hit its 31k list price on the GE. Mine's been selling for about 29k, so it's not quite there, but the GP per hour is still by far the best out of any of these, just due to it being less crowded than the vulcanized rubber. The XP per hour also again is a little bit higher because you don't have to spend so much time searching for the stuff, and I was getting about 30k an hour, which is actually a somewhat decent XP rate considering at a level 70. So I've been doing that, and I'm still currently doing that whilst actually making this clip. It's really good money, I can't stress that enough. So there are a few different ways to get to the Malachite Green. The easiest way that I've personally found, and the one I've been doing, is I have attuned my portal, one of my portals in the PVM hub, to General Grador. From there I can just go through the portal and run sort of south through the Bandos area, and then the resource bit's just in the corner there, and it doesn't take too long to get there. It's not horrendous. It's a little bit further than the Warforged one for vulcanized rubber, but it's pretty easy, and we're there. So I've just gone to the GE again just to buy one of each of the materials I suggested, just to check their prices again. And it seems the Malachite Green and the vulcanized rubber have dropped slightly, but only by like 1k. And you can see there they're so close in price now that there's no reason why you would do the vulcanized rubber, how busy it is over the malachite, even though it says it's like 43k each on the GE. The malachite has actually gone up again by about 800 GP from the stuff I was selling earlier, and dropped a bit from yesterday where it's 29.5k, but it's still a very decent amount, and you can make still massive amounts of money on it. So I would take advantage of this while you can, because I'm guessing that they are going to slowly fall as more people get to the level and the initial hype around archaeology does start to die off. So definitely if you need GP or want to make some GP, take advantage of these while you can, because they're pretty AFK GP rates, which are like pretty hard to come by even when sort of PVMing, so I would definitely take advantage of it while you can. So that's it for now for my guide. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I hope you guys are all enjoying archaeology and the release of archaeology. Let us know in the comment section down below if you've been doing any sort of money making, if you've got like your ancient invention stuff unlocked. Just let us know where you're getting to and what you thought of archaeology so far in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget you can follow us on Twitch and join the Discord server, as well as subscribing if you did enjoy the video. Till next time guys, see ya.